It gets like this a lot. Like it gets. We'll
good.
catch the giggles real quick. We'll catch the giggles mad fast.
Peace and love, everybody. We're back. This is season 2 of The Lounge, and got a really, really dope show set up for you guys. But first, a shout out to the host, Main Street Barber Company. You need a fade, need a cut, need anything. You're in the Frisco, Texas area. Make sure you come out and check out Main Street Barber Company. So today we have, I can't even explain how special of a guest this is. You've seen her before. She's been on the podcast. She's a beast on Akasha Flicks, and she is in the area. So we had to come and have her. We had to have her come in to the lounge in person. The one, the only, Jazmine the Medium. Everybody.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Somebody hit
guys.
the pause button.
Thanks for having me today. I'm excited to be here.
We've been talking about this for a long time. When the stars were going to align and make it happen, and we did. So that's a beautiful thing. We've obviously had you on the podcast 2 times, but this is a little different. The lounge, we like to talk about like a specific topic and kind of pass it around a little bit, get your expertise, let us kind of bounce off of it a little bit. And today we're talking about overcoming trauma and grief. I know that's something, look, you deal with people dealing with grief on the daily.
Yes, all day, every day.
Yeah, and you yourself have dealt with a lot of trauma and grief.
All day, every day.
Yeah. So to have you on to kind of, give us that insight, because I think all of us, I think I speak for all of us to say that we've all dealt with our own aspects of grief, our own aspects of trauma. But to see it as much as you do, to get your perspective, I think is something that's going to help a lot of people out there. Because honestly, I mean, look, we fucking deal with this shit every fucking day.
100%. 100%. And I want to clarify, too, grief can mean things like losing your job, financial change, obviously losing a loved one. So I think it's super important to validate everyone's versions of grief, too. And so that's the viewpoint I'll be having today as well. It's not just necessarily put to one thing.
Oh, most definitely. Can't put it in a box.
Nope, never
you
that.
can't put baby in the corner.
No, please don't.
Yeah. Don't. Chef Def, what's up, brother? Chef Definition in the house.
What's happening? I want to say like not to take this episode light,
Right.
But it's kind of like some kids in the back of the class really just cutting the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the aura that we have right now. So I mean, it'll tone down.
Right.
We're gonna go from
That's
laughing
okay though, because
to crying like a motherfucker.
right. There's a thin line, right? You know what I mean? But that's okay though, because that's us. It's the first time Jasmine's been here.
Right,
so
right. Kind of like a family reunion of sorts.
Right, a celebration in a way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Absolutely.
For sure.
So that's why it's a lot
I
of
feel like
smiles.
it's like my first time meeting like a distant relative.
No,
like
seriously.
I've been,
Right.
these internet relationships, they can really mean something. Like
They
I've been watching you for years. I've wanted to meet you for a super long time, like in
Right.
person.
Yes,
so
you too.
I'm glad these gentlemen let me back in the building. I'm happy to be here. I'm here to behave.
We had to go all the way up to the chairman and the board of directors on that one.
Give me my clearances.
Handwritten
Thank you.
notes.
It's tough.
Straight up
Came
to the
this
top.
close to losing my job.
Oh, man.
Straight
It's
up
all
to the
good.
top.
Best behavior.
For sure, man. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm ready to
You
rock,
good?
man. Yeah, man.
MA2Ts.
I meant to
Matthew
have like
Thomas, Mateo. Got more nicknames than Apollo Creed.
I got a lot.
Yeah.
I got a lot. A cups. That's probably my
A
favorite.
cups?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I think
never-
that's a
never
new
told-
one.
Y'all
Is
don't
that-
y'all
I
don't know
never
about my
heard-
A cups?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I don't know
wait.
about your A cups.
Wait a minute. Let's reel the shit back in.
Yeah, A cups. Yeah, that's another nickname. Another alias.
Because A cups is about 30 minutes more conversation. Like,
I
where
just
the fuck
keep it
did
simple.
that come from?
I'll keep it super. I can't believe y'all don't know this. So
Come on.
whether you like me or not, you know I'm real.
Okay.
True
A
that.
cups.
Okay.
Who you know got A cups that's phony? Who you know that have A cups that aren't real? Yes. These
So what you're saying is people don't go to the plastic surgeon and say, hey, I need some A cups.
who you know that's done it?
So wait a minute. A cups, that's like,
Fuck.
it's some men that's like A cups, right?
But do you know how they measure cups?
Nah. No, I do not.
Just say no.
Yeah,
Just say
I
no.
don't. I don't.
I worked at Victoria's Secret. So
Did you really?
I did.
So
That makes a lot of sense.
All right,
that measure. Is it with your hands?
Here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna be real quick. I'm gonna be very real.
Okay, come on.
Okay, and there's a certain energy going on right now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We can't talk about overcoming grief and trauma.
I
Let's
mean-
have a show. Look,
Yeah, it's
let's just have a show.
All right, let's let it go where it's gonna go. Let's
Somebody
let
keep on throwing water on the motherfucking fire and shit like it won't go out. Like, who's being a pissy blanket? Like,
we
nobody.
keep trying.
Because we're all just happy right
Yeah,
now.
we're just happy.
let's just rock.
It's a
Let's just
celebration. Let's rock. So let's talk about A cup.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I think I gave you the definition, and you almost laughed me out the room like I was ridiculous.
Okay,
By his name. This is perfect. This is a perfect nickname.
What is
It was amazing. I am disappointed in all of you. Like y'all not feeling it.
Everybody out there, we want you to comment. What do you think of the nickname A cup?
Let me explain it again. Let me explain it again.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
A-cups. Whether you like me or not, you know I'm real.
So okay. I get it, right?
You feeling them vibes?
So, but why not speed bumps? Nobody likes speed bumps in the parking lot, but they real, and the motherfuckers is out there right now.
You know what? Most nicknames are given. I was given this nickname, okay? I didn't come up. I was given this name, and I
Pebbles
ran
would
with
be a
it.
good
Okay.
Pebbles?
Don't call me Pebbles. Don't ever call me Pebbles again.
Pebbles.
Stop the tape. Don't call me Pebbles, man.
We draw the line at Pebbles.
Yes.
Hot rocks.
A cups.
Hot rocks?
And we draw the line. But like Pebbles is like fuck that.
He's like that.
Fuck that.
Like he got
Don't call
A
me
cups tattooed.
Right.
But Pebbles?
Right.
Nah, I can't do it.
Like okay, so like what would your logo be with for
I don't know. I don't know.
It'd be like a real small brazier. Real small.
First of
Or
all,
A cup.
Oh, there you go.
Two cups, two solo cups.
2 solo cups.
Or little Dixie cups, because the
Probably
little Dixie
Dixie.
cups are smaller.
Yeah, probably Dixie.
let's just call me Mateo for this episode, and let's get back down to business. If y'all are done,
Okay.
if y'all are done,
But wait a minute, hold
can
on.
we get back?
Okay, but how do they measure the cups?
Wait, really? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, you're back to me.
No, seriously,
You don't know?
we don't know.
No.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, damn. Well, I don't remember.
Okay. All right.
It's a mixture between like how long. Like I think the number is, and my wife's gonna kill me for this because she told me about this like a couple weeks ago. The number is like how far around the bra has to go, but the cup is the actual boob.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because. All right. I ain't even.
But I'm saying for like bra size, when you hear like 34A or 33A, what's the difference, right? Or 32A or 32D? What's the difference between a 32D and a?
That's
30
a small girl with some big boobs.
Right.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't.
That's just complicated.
Yeah.
I'm glad we don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, seriously, for real.
I mean, when we buy women bras and shit,
Right.
we had to have some kind of knowledge of what size.
I mean, usually you just get the person, and you kind of tell. Are they
Yeah,
like
we-
me? Are they a little bigger?
Was that what you? Was that your job at
okay.
Victoria's
Well, her
Secret?
titties
Like, what
is
was your
this
job?
big.
Let's get into it. What was your
You
job
can't
at
say
Victoria's
that.
Secret? Because
All right,
clearly
so-
you wasn't paying attention. You couldn't tell us how to measure.
Okay, well, so check it out. So I'm working at the Children's
Somebody Google
Place.
that
Shout
shit.
out Children's Place. Okay.
the
Anyway-
Mecca.
Yeah, he's got some stories from the Children's Place. Children's clothing store, and
Right.
I was a decent salesman. And in walks these two ladies. They were like managers at Victoria's Secret, and I sold them a bunch of shit. So they're like, "Wow, you're like really good at this. I think we might have a job for you." And I'm like, "Well, from where?" He's like, "Victoria's Secret." And I was like, "Come on, I'm not gonna work at Victoria's Secret."
Well, clearly you
And they're
are.
like, "No, look, men do amazing at Victoria's Secret. Like women love buying from men at Victoria's Secret." And I'm like, "Okay." And they were also on the fragrance side, so it wasn't the lingerie side. Okay, so whatever. Long story short, they offered me a decent salary at the time. I, made my travels to Victoria's Secret on the fragrance side, but my office, you had to
You
go
had
through
an
the
office?
lingerie. Yeah.
You had a who you? All right.
At
It was
Victoria's
like a
Secret?
fucking closet. To keep it real.
Right.
But like you'd have to walk through the dressing room in order to get to my office. And girls in Victoria's Secret, they just walking around like there's some fucking Gloria Estefan playing. and shit.
That sounds
You know what
like
I'm saying?
some lawsuit shit.
I know. I was about to say this took a turn. It took
Right, yeah.
walking through the
Right,
dressing rooms. one question, and
Yeah.
then let's move on.
What's up?
Were you single or with someone when you started working there? Because I want to know what that conversation. You came home, honey.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm getting ready to start working.
Yeah, I'm so tired. I had a long day of selling drawers. Oh my goodness, all kinds of drawers.
I was actually still in a relationship with my oldest daughter's mother at that time.
Okay, and you came home and you said, "Hey, these two women from Victoria's Secret offered me a job, and I took it."
It is what it is.
Hey, all right, that's what's up.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
All right, that was fun.
It was fun.
That's fun.
Except when you had to like stop people in the like in the mall and shit. Cause I was at Collin Creek Mall. Y'all remember Collin Creek?
Yeah.
I was at Collin Creek Mall and like I'd have to stop like women walking by and say, "Hey, let me massage your hand." Real quick."
Wow.
Oh, y'all did that?
Wow.
Yeah, and put
That's crazy.
and they just be
Heck
like,
no.
yeah. And then they tried to get me to teach me how to put makeup on people, and
How did that go?
Not very well.
Okay.
I only lasted 3 months, but.
Okay.
Well, that's a long
Anyways,
time though. 3 months.
we're being rude. We have an amazing guest here,
Yep.
and
Yeah, we-
you know what I'm saying.
Sorry.
I'm enjoying this process here.
She chilling. She chilling.
That's how we get so fucked up off of.
I feel like I'm in my 20s again.
Yes.
Right.
Literally.
The
Yeah,
process
throw it
of
back.
not having a process.
Yeah, literally.
yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, big fact.
But it works.
So you're in town. You're in town for a wedding and all that stuff. So how were those festivities?
It was good. I think this trip was about building relationships for the future and not necessarily nurturing the past anymore. So it was a good time.
That's dope as shit.
Building
Yeah, you know,
relationship for the
trying to
That's
grow.
dope as shit.
I did too.
I felt that.
Trying to grow as much as possible.
It's
And
all
so
a
when
journey.
you know the same people for like 15 years, there's usually some like drama with it. And so eventually got to let it go, you know? And so I think this trip I was able to let a lot go.
That's good.
That's amazing.
I mean, that's really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Especially if you had such a long tenure of friendship.
Yeah, friendships,
Right?
quote unquote.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like
Friendships.
semi-friendship.
Yeah.
Or
these,
pseudo-friendships.
Yeah, these are like fiance's friends type shit.
Okay.
They come with
They come with the package, and we had
Right.
the first 6 years were a package. That's for sure.
Right.
That's an interesting conversation because like you're in a relationship and you guys have been in a relationship for a while, right?
14 years.
And you're engaged, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Congratulations.
So like
Thanks.
that whole process of like my world becomes your world type of thing. That process, like, I'm sure you brought people to him that he might not be too fond of as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and obviously vice versa. But how do you deal with it? Like, what's kind of your
Well, you have to
your
choose like what's
reaction?
important. Like, how do you want your life to be? I never want my life to be separate. I've always wanted like us get-togethers every weekend. Let's watch football. Invite everyone, whoever wants to come. I'm all about people, and so it just really became about that. I was like, okay, if we're gonna do this, then let's do it the right way.
That's
That's what
what's
it really
up.
comes down to.
That's
I
what's
don't
up.
want no toxicity
Toxicity.
in my
Toxicity.
life anymore.
Hell no.
Man, fuck
Ain't
that
no time
shit.
for that.
No,
Ain't no time for
seriously, it's
toxic shit.
draining.
Yeah, it is.
So you guys have a lot of like couple friends, like couples that you guys hang out
Yeah,
with?
so he has like 10 friends from high school type
Oh,
things.
shit.
And yeah, like a
I
lot
had
of
10 friends
friends.
in high school.
Literally. And I have like 2.5, 3. And so all his friends are pretty much with someone. And so like I've learned to I love the girls. Don't get me wrong. If any girl are watching this, the girls, I got you. But yeah, so about 10 friends, all of them have couple or in a relationship, and we'll hang out with them as much as possible.
Oh, that's cool.
Because when we come into town, like your time is so split all the time. It's hard to keep up with that many people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't like I said. I mean, besides these two, and Darko.
Yeah.
That's
Shout
about
out.
Yeah, shout out. That's like the extent of. Well, there's a couple here and there,
Longevity
but
of
as far as
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I have one friend, my best friend. I've known her 20 years, 20-year friendship already.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool to see.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah, I dig it. So, question: does he have like a lot of inside jokes
Oh my
with
God,
his
it's-
friends?
It's disgusting.
Like A cups and shit like that.
Whole new language. I have no idea what they're talking about. Yes, they have their own group chat of like literally 15 guys in a group chat, texting all the time, just jokes and memes and
Crazy.
Yeah,
Guys do that?
that's what I said.
I was just thinking like, damn, dudes do that kind of shit. Oh, fucking course we do.
Yeah, yeah. It's the greatest thing
Why
ever. Like, one of my
wouldn't we?
favorite things is I have a couple group text things that are like over 8, 9 years old.
I just have one. I just have one, y'all.
Yeah, I have a lot of high school
Yeah.
friends also.
Wow.
I went to a boarding military school, so it's kind of you kind of embrace those experiences.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I just ask because I just
Am I the only one?
I've just been in situations to where you just get going and then you talking about old stuff, you talking about stuff from 15 years ago, and you have your own language and all that. Then you look up and every wife and significant other just staring at you like you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And you're just like, man, you just get lost in it.
Well,
So-
see, we don't stare no more. We just get up and like, they're an idiot and walk away. We're at that point. We've been in this too long. Yeah, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, way to know your audience. That's
I have another one with my Navy buddies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big deal.
They get kind of crazy. But it's like everybody over all across the country and shit. It's pretty nice.
That is cool.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, and you guys that's crazy. Like, because it's been about 47 years since you've been in the Navy, right?
Yes.
Is that what,
About-
Vietnam?
To the T, actually.
Vietnam, I think.
Civil War and shit. I still got my bayonet. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. It's been a
What's up,
minute,
man?
to say the least.
Dude,
you
and
drop
listen
like
with
giggle
Ali and
pills
shit.
like in our drinks. Man, I can't stop laughing. Like
Yeah, once again, we're sorry for anybody who clicked on and it's like,
grief.
how is trauma and grief? These motherfuckers are laughing.
I think it's
and
safe to
shit?
say I'm going to change the title of the episode.
God,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I can't wait to see what you
To
gonna
some
call it.
freestyle shit.
Who knows? A cups probably. This dude ain't
Today's
ever.
episode, we talking
but
about
this
A-cups.
payback because he came at our first podcast. He came at my motherfucking bun.
Hey, when everything, all the smoke has settled and shit, this motherfucker decides to start bringing up the most unruly questions. like we just hung out for 2 fucking hours,
Oh, yeah.
and you wait till the cameras come on to start talking about this. I mean, he's like sliding our asses right up under the bus.
You know what I'm saying? Man, that was like 6 months. That was like 6 years ago when I said something about your bun. It was a long time ago. I love your bun.
Thank you.
It was a compliment. What did I say? Who else in the game could rock a bun like this? Who you know got a bun like this? Like I felt like that was
Maybe
amazing.
Machine Gun
It was
Kelly.
amazing.
but-
Now we gotta come up with like famous buns and shit.
Well,
Famous, not those kind of buns.
I'll set that conversation now. Okay,
Not like J Lo
I
and
got-
Nicki Minaj.
I got a
buns.
nickname for me though.
Huh?
Call me Sesame Seed.
No. No. That's gonna be absolutely fucking not
Yo, like
calling a grown man
see-
Sesame Seed.
you see how serious he was?
One seed. Not even Sesame Seeds.
Just one seed.
Just one fucking seed. Wow.
He looked me right in my eyes when he said it.
I saw him.
So
I'm just
intimate.
saying, they know
I
better
see-
than a Sesame Seed bun,
Personally,
right?
I synced it myself. I synced it. I synced it. I synced it. Sesame Seed.
I'm sweating.
I'm just saying.
Sesame Seed.
All right.
Sesame Seed and A cups.
We're too cool over here.
Hey,
Y'all, we're not part of that.
We're not getting
Hell
that.
no,
So we gotta
bro.
know which one's better. I like A cups better than Sesame Seed.
That's fine.
You put up a poll?
We'll put up a poll. Sesame Seed or A cups? What y'all think?
Yeah. And make sure you put the definition why A cups. I feel like that makes it better.
What, the definition of what?
If you
A
have
cups.
to explain it, is it really better?
Right.
That makes it hurt more when you have to explain it.
Do you get it?
Gotta take the tooth out, the shit, the nerve is exposed. It fucking sucks.
I can't believe y'all just poo-pooed all over my nickname. Like, man,
A-cup.
leave this. I'm
Okay,
scarred.
okay,
I'm
so
gonna go home
That
scarred.
sounds like something from like a Marlon Wayne's movie, like some.
A cup.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
How,
Marlon Wayans?
wait. How long have you had the nickname A cup?
I don't remember.
I've never heard it.
A
Well,
cup.
I see. You see why now. This is why you guys haven't heard it.
And who gave it to you
None
again?
of your business.
I should have never heard it in the first place.
Who came up with A cups?
Yeah.
What y'all were doing at the time that he came up with A cups?
Was it pizza day in the lunch line? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, A cups, can you pass me that chocolate?
But to keep it real, this some childhood trauma right here. Someone named him this back in like 6th grade, and
I'm about to get a whole bunch of A-cup T-shirts made up now. I'm just gonna lean into it. Now I'm really gonna lean into it now. Now you done it. Now you done it. All right. Now y'all done it.
Not the motherfucking A
You know what
Cups
I'm
merch.
saying? That's it. Hey, we're going to turn this into
definition
a
on the
business
back.
opportunity. A business opportunity.
Definition be long in the motherfucker. Be still, I'm trying to read this shit. I get it. I get it now. I get it.
Let me get one of those inside lounge.
Give me a small A-cup t-shirt.
With an S, not A cup.
I need
It's
some lowercase
A cups.
A's. Lowercase
A cups.
A's.
Yeah.
Lowercase or big
You
A.
gotta have koozies and shit. A-cup
I'm
koozies.
selling everything.
I just want to know what the logo's going to be.
Well, what do you think?
Dixie cups.
What do you think? What's gonna sell?
2 little Dixie cups.
Right.
Little
Jazmine.
shot glasses.
I'm just diverted back to Jazz. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy.
Me too. I
I'm
can't feel my face. And I did not do any extracurricular activities.
So, Jazmine, what do you like to do for fun? What's your thing?
Outside, hike, nature,
Nice.
really anything outside. Everything else, I probably shouldn't say out loud. that's about it.
They paying for this shit.
This is a kasha for you.
You can
Yeah,
say,
you say whatever you want, girl.
Yeah,
Everybody's been asking. I want to know more about Jazmine. Let me hear more about Jazmine. So.
Yeah, it's
Oh, hell no,
no
Jazzy.
hold bar and shit.
Okay, I hike.
Okay.
I hike and smoke a little weed and then try to hang out with some family and
What's up?
Yeah.
and that's it,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Be as present as possible.
It's from the earth. It's good for you.
It is, but you know when you're back in Texas trauma, man. Texas and these laws gives you anxiety.
We be tripping.
They really
That's
do.
why we're trying to get out this motherfucker.
It's
Where we going? Leaving?
it's the governor here though, right? Is that what he is? Hot Wheels. Is he the governor?
Yeah, he's the governor.
Yeah. So he says like
It's on the way.
legal.
No,
everywhere.
he said that.
But no, he's saying like fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His
he's like-
opponent, Beto, said that.
Yeah. Well,
Not to get political on this
Yeah.
motherfucker. And
He's
fuck
like,
him
nah.
too, because he be texting me too many damn. Are you gonna vote? Are you gonna vote?
How
Bro,
do they
leave
get
me
on
alone, yo?
How do they get our numbers?
I don't know. Man.
I'm sick of it.
They're selling it, bro.
Yeah, he
selling it
is.
on the streets,
He
bro.
really Beto is. Yeah, he is.
Did y'all vote?
When?
Wasn't it this week or is it next week? Isn't
I
it
don't
soon?
know. We're not.
plead the
I know
fifth.
I'm not a voter anymore.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you a voter?
Depends on what I'm voting on.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's what's up. I know you ain't a voter.
I really don't want to talk about.
I mean, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
You need to vote for A cups or Sesame Seed.
There you go.
Yes.
Hey.
That's the real. That's the
That's
real.
that's the real midterm election.
Absolutely.
Hurry down to the polls and cast your vote.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
it's
A
easy.
cups
'cause
or Sesame Seed.
And don't vote for Kanye.
Please don't.
Should we talk about Kanye?
No.
No.
We don't. Want
No.
Well, it's a
Who's that? Who?
It's a
Huh?
hot topic. It's a hot topic right
It
now.
can be, for sure.
Kanye.
Yeah. I will say, there are some things I do agree with him on. I know he's a
what?
little crazy.
Okay.
I think some of his trains of thoughts isn't as crazy as we think it is. And I
concur.
think if he could communicate some things a little bit better, I think he's a lot more awake than people give him credit for. But he does take it overboard, so I'm not going to say he doesn't.
And the way that he does it, like he pretty much, all right, when I have something to say, I'm just gonna say a
Literally.
gang of crazy shit. Because honestly, if you break down some of the most controversial things that he said, all right, if you open up your mind, okay,
Give
you
us
can
an
kind of get
example.
where he's coming from in a sense. Sometimes, but then he just goes like way
Yeah,
over there
it's the
with it. And
tangents that really get him.
Oh,
Give us an example.
Anybody got any examples? Okay. What about the George Floyd thing? I could throw that out there.
What
What
did
did
you
you
say?
say I stopped listening.
Well, see that you can already tell. What about that? Like, okay, that's stupid. I don't know what he said, but you can tell. No,
Yeah,
right.
dumb.
I mean, like when he said slavery was a choice, that was kind of crazy.
But see, I understand what he was trying to say, but the wording was
context.
horrible. Yes,
I don't get it.
because it's hard. Like it's hard to
Yeah.
explain. Because reality has happened, and that is that, and you can't change that. But I feel like he's thinking to modern day times where you think that you can just walk away from something that you really can't.
Right.
But the thought is that we have control, and if you put us together, we can make change. And there's some change that we should have made together.
Okay, yeah.
But it's like a mindset thing.
I definitely agree on the togetherness thing.
But definitely not the
way he said it was just terrible. You said it like
But you know what though? You got to give him props for speaking whatever the fuck he feels. Like he ain't worried about getting canceled. He ain't worried about none of that shit. He just speaks whatever.
Well, he told us a long time ago. I'm on TV like talking like it's just you and me. Like he lives his life like it's just him and his mama.
That's what wealth does. Actually, honestly,
that's what
wealth.
A wealth.
Yeah,
allows you to do that.
Yeah.
Well, usually it was Caucasian skin that would allow you to do that.
Privilege.
Right, but now a little bit of wealth comes into play, and you can get away with a few more things.
Yeah.
Still not as much as some people.
I was about to say still not as much because he's still under some. He
Oh,
gets
yeah.
put in a corner a lot.
Yeah, a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at here's something that I can't deny what he's saying, and that was the whole the anti-Semitic stuff, right?
Like
Where he was
what?
going after the basically saying that you need to worry about the Jews more than you worry about anybody else, right? Mm-hmm. And then Twitter and social media blocked it and blocked him for saying that. Now, a conversation that spawned from that was, okay, why when it's anti-Semitic stuff you block people, you take them off social media, but if it's anti-black, anti-brown, you let that shit ride. And
freedom of speech.
Give him a little slap on the wrist.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I get where they're coming from on that aspect.
In a sense, he kind of like, by them canceling him, he proved his point.
Yeah, basically. Basically.
Tough position to be in because I can see what he wants. I think he has good fucking intentions when like from 10 years ago type things, and he lost his way. Like, because if you look, like, even at his documentary in the beginning, it's inspiring. Like, yeah, you should think of yourself like that. You should put I love that aspect of him. But it's just like anything, things become an addiction, and you can get lost in the sauce really easily, especially in that, like, spiritual, I'm better than everyone realm. Like, the whole I am God shit.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but
It's
hey.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's such a big gap between high school dropout, or was it college dropout?
College.
To what the fuck
Graduate
was his
or
latest
some
shit?
shit. I don't know what his latest shit was.
Donda.
Yeah.
Donda, yeah.
Well, and it was Donda too, the one that
Yeah.
no one's heard because he has a $700 player that I'm not paying $700 to listen to like a
Right.
$13
And,
CD.
I mean, it's just the gap in his topic matter has changed so drastically.
And the
He's
school.
doing gospel. He's doing gospel rap now.
Man,
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's gospel rap, but you know what I'm saying.
He got
It's
choirs in the background.
It's a lot of Jesus behind it though.
Oh, some
Yeah.
Yeezus.
A lot of Yeezus and Jesus tag team together and to take over the masses. That's kind of like what's going on with them big ass
Man.
ugly boots he be wearing. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm tricky. I don't want to, being from Chicago, Kanye like meant something to us like for a long time. Like I don't defend celebrities, but if there's anyone I've defended, I felt the need. It's funny. I never feel the need to defend anyone. Like you are who you are. You say what you want to say. But his music and his message and the way that he went about things as a young man, it was so impactful for us. I think that's why it's really different. That no one has gotten as many chances as Kanye has. And I'm exhausted by it. I'm sick of it. Like I don't even want to.
Do you feel like he turned his back on Chicago?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
because
it's,
some
well,
black
I don't.
people
No.
could be like,
I don't want
he
to.
turned
I don't want
his
to say
back
that he
on
turned his back on Chicago, but I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is.
Right.
I don't know what he's about. I don't.
the change.
It doesn't. It
Completely.
it doesn't make sense. Like, all right, well, fuck it. Since we're here, like the White Lives Matter shirt. Come.
No, that's yeah.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
I want to hear.
But before that, I just want to say, just kind of like piggyback off what you're saying about you repping Chicago and repping Kanye for all those years, man.
Long time.
I'm a testament to that because I've witnessed it.
A lot of arguments.
I mean, it's got to take a lot from an individual to make the proclamation that Kanye West was actually a good rapper. So,
God, I knew it was coming. I knew it was fucking coming.
I'm just saying, like you got to give him props for that.
I knew it was
if
coming.
anybody
You saw
wanted
it
to
coming?
know, I don't know if he has a Chicago
did.
tattoo, but if he doesn't,
Bro, I'm telling
he
you,
doesn't
I
need one
saw
because of
that shit coming before I left my house. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was coming. We just didn't know when.
He kind of gave me the softball.
Right. Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna. No. Allow me to retort.
Yes.
Yes, sir, Dr.
I just anybody that likes Machine Gun Kelly as much as he does,
Holy
I don't even
shit.
hear you when you start talking about.
Oh
music.
my
I don't
God.
have
It's
Machine Gun Kelly.
It's getting nasty in here.
He raps Machine Gun Kelly. He told me Machine Gun
These
Kelly was
motherfuckers
top 5 dead or alive.
I never
Top
said
5
that.
dead
In my
or
life.
alive.
Y'all are slinging mud, but it's understandable because y'all have a poll going on.
Yeah, we do.
Initially, y'all doing the same
we
thing
do.
as the politicians do.
But how can you vote for him if you know
Sesame
how
Seed.
high he ranks Machine Gun Kelly? Like if Machine Gun Kelly's in his top 10, how could you vote for his nickname? Like,
Machine Gun Kelly is a better rapper than Kanye West.
Wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
Wait a minute.
Wait, old Kanye
Wait a
or new
minute.
Kanye?
Wait a
Any
minute.
Kanye.
Hold on. Wait a minute, bro.
Rapper.
Wait a minute.
Straight rapping. He's a better rapper. Who's got better production? Kanye. Kanye's an amazing producer. He is a average to below average rapper.
Are we
Plain and
really
simple.
talking about Machine Gun Kelly?
I didn't bring him up.
Machine Gun
I
Kelly?
didn't bring him up. Machine Gun Kelly, nice, bro.
there it is. See? Y'all thought I was lying.
Okay,
Y'all thought I was-
okay.
Did I deny it?
He's a nice person? I don't know. You know
Machine
him? He's a
Gun
nice-
Kelly
He
is
got a nice
nice.
man
Is he a
bun,
nice
too.
Compared to
Yep, back to the man bun.
who?
He's just a good rapper, bro.
Compared to, I mean, like Yellow Wolf, MC Search.
Why does it have to be race, though? You putting up all these white people out
I'm
there.
just saying, I'm putting them in the
You didn't say
category.
Big Daddy Kane.
Because he didn't want to get laughed out the
because
room. That's
hip-hop-
why he didn't say Big Daddy Kane. He has sense.
Hip
That's
hop,
why.
I mean, other than Eminem, hip hop is predominantly that. You know what I'm saying?
That tell us what do you mean that?
Exactly what I was saying. so I was saying that Machine Gun Kelly he's in a category of like the Vanilla Ices and
No,
the
he's
Macklemores.
not.
Don't he have
on,
like his wife's like blood in the ring?
And I don't think they
sips it
married.
with his
just-
teeth.
He's
Or
not. They not married yet.
They drink each other's blood.
But yeah, they
What's
on
that got to do with
some.
rapping?
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with
That's-
it. Absolutely nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
You're right. It doesn't-
But the culture has a lot to do
some
with the
weird
culture
shit.
of rap, in my opinion.
some
So
weird
white
shit.
lives matter, right? That's what we're talking I'm not going to win this conversation.
No,
you
he's
knew that.
keeping people. He's keeping his.
He does rock music now. He don't even rap anymore.
Who's that?
Yeah,
Machine Gun Kelly.
when you're bad
He
at
does
something,
rap
it's okay
He
to
does
stop.
rock music, yeah.
No,
Well, I mean, because Eminem dissed the shit out of him.
Dude, he ate Eminem's ass on that motherfucking track.
Oh,
Okay, I mean, okay, all right.
you could have delivered that any better. Huh?
I didn't say that was coming either, but
He couldn't have said it no other way.
I mean,
Rewind that. Hey, I want I want these
Did I-
tapes. I want the tapes when we're
I'm
done. I'm
flabbergasted.
editing this episode. This episode is being edited by me.
Okay, y'all can vote on that in the comments too.
What's that?
Which diss track was better, Eminem's or Machine Gun Kelly? Just saying.
good God.
Anyway.
That is not a
Don't even
competition.
I'm
Waste
not saying
your
he's a
time.
better rapper than Eminem.
We know
that
what you're
one
saying.
song,
We
we
know
get
what you're
it.
saying.
You
We
probably
know what
have
you're
more
saying.
excitement if you ask your grandma to go out back
Thank you. Like don't
in
we
a
not
foot
po-
race.
Oh yeah, like don't.
Come on, Nana. Let's a foot race right quick. These motherfuckers is voting on a diss track in Machine Gun Kelly
From years
and
ago.
Eminem.
He don't even rap no more. He quit rap because he was trash.
I didn't bring up Machine Gun Kelly. You did.
To make him, and then you start. And what you do? Eddie took the bait. And he started rapping for top 5 dead or alive.
Oh God, yeah. Well, Kid Rock was nice on the mic in his day.
See, y'all bring up only white rap. No, you ain't a rapper, but
we was just, hey, man.
white lives matter.
So, and we'll keep it. We'll keep it. We'll keep it brief. I think it's that topic. He's given 7 different reasons why he did the t-shirts. When at the end of the day, like it was just money. Like he did. It's it's just.
I
it
haven't
was
even
about
heard
money.
one reason he made the t-shirt. What was the reason? What was like one of them?
Let me full disclaimer. Anything I hear about Kanye, it goes in one ear and out the other. Like I don't hold it. I don't digest it. Like I'm
I
over.
didn't
I'm
even
over
read it.
Well, I mean, look, I think is my opinion, but just looking at the whole situation, looking at the Candace Owens aspect of it as well, like Black Lives Matter, the entire movement / corporation has been outed. They were fucking
Facts.
corrupt as fuck. So they conjured up fucking over $50 million from people who thought this was a real movement.
Right.
And they've been outed on that. So the way I see it is when all this came out, Kanye is just like, okay, I'm gonna rub salt in the wound.
But hold up,
and put that White Lives Matter shit out.
Yeah, but so just because the corporate part of it was corrupt, but it still meant something though. Like the idea in neighborhoods, it created unity amongst people. Like and also it created a conversation. Well, you look really have something important to say. Let me.
I kind of think it created a false narrative. So it's kind of like building a fortress on quicksand. No matter how big the fortress is, it don't mean shit if it's slowly sinking. And eventually you got to a point where it fucking completely sunk.
How so?
We're not talking about that bullshit no more.
Well,
we just expressed it as Scott.
A
lot of like who was the creator of that bullshit?
And that's what I want to know.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't no black folks.
Oh yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Listen,
Black Lives Matter?
Yes,
Yeah.
It was 3 black women.
Nope.
Listen. It was 3 black women.
All right.
It was a small movement. This was right with Mike Brown.
And it was they were supposed to be lesbian black women, right?
Yes, they are lesbian black women.
Right.
But the politicians eventually got a hold of those black women and showed them what they could do with this movement, and the rest is history. So I think the initial idea of it had good intentions, but once money came into play, once politics came into play, it became something else.
Like everything else is corrupted
like a motherfucker.
from the core.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
But you can't take away from the conversations that were created by it. And I personally was in tons of conversations based upon just that idea, just that it got people talking about it. And then it got people talking about the outrage. And it was tons of outrage. It was tons of back and forth. A lot of it was negative. Some of it was positive. But I appreciate it for just the conversation just being there. Because there are a lot of black people that feel like our lives don't matter in the general scheme of things. So no matter which way, like the political shit and everything happened, like that's a statement that a lot of people identify with.
I agree.
Fuck all that.
So,
I mean, not fuck all that like what you said.
Right.
It's nice.
Thank you.
But fuck all that with the movement. I never was bored on that shit because I feel like as long as I'm breathing, I shouldn't have to explain to you that my life is just as important as yours.
You should. Yeah, you shouldn't have. You fucking right. You shouldn't have to. However, but when you're treated like it doesn't though.
But see, okay, but
let's speak.
Now it's getting deep. Now it's getting deep. Okay, so and Jasmine, feel free to chime in.
Yes.
Yeah. Jump right on up in there. You know what I'm saying?
So like, if you are an individual or a group of people that have to rely on society to make you feel like you matter in the first place, that is number one. Because like that's not, if you really look at it, that's not what this is all about. What we all talk about, mindfulness, like becoming the best versions of ourselves, looking within. But if we have to rely on society to make us feel like we matter, then that's a problem in itself. So Black Lives Matter, looking at society and saying, well, I don't matter to you. Well, who gives a fuck?
Well, when you get man, real quick, I think it's a big proponent of seeing people that look like you getting shot nonstop,
right. But
and it being okay, it being completely perfectly fine and dismissed, as if nothing has happened. Like there are people that we don't need to. I don't think it's about society or really worrying about what people think, so to speak. Except for when you are watching your people just be killed, and it's fine.
And I think it's psychology too. Us as human beings want a community, and we want to feel safe in a community. And if we're not safe in a community, or if it's separated in a community, there's a part of you where you're not safe in that part. And I think that's a huge thing to it too. That's why it matters, because y'all deserve to, like everyone deserves to feel safe.
I feel like we all deserve to feel safe. But in reality, we're not safe. Period.
True.
Point blank. But still, I honestly, I can't really see any other way that I shouldn't have to express to anybody that my life matters.
And I agree. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not a fan of like the black. Like I never bought into the t-shirts. Like that wasn't like something that an actual thing that I got behind. But the idea of what I've seen with my own eyes and how I felt when I'm like, damn, like you can't even get you get pulled, like when it was a time when you got pulled over. It's like, all right, is this it?
But we got if we're gonna talk about that shit though,
right?
We gotta talk about what that shit stemmed from, and that's police brutality. So that's a whole nother conversation, right?
But that's kind of the foundation of Black Lives Matter, though. It was based off of police brutality, police killings.
So you got to throw that into the mix. You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, it trickles on. It's going to eventually trickle on down to systematic racism and institutionalized and shit and all that kind of bullshit.
Yeah, and I think let me follow up on what I was trying to say. Like, did those things happen? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they happen. Like, but my viewpoint is, and I know this isn't easy, but we need to focus more on separating ourselves, detaching ourselves from these systems in the first place, because they're not going to be changed by marching. They're not going to be changed by riots. They're not going to be changed by elections. They're going to be changed by us as people, not just black people, not just brown people, but all people, literally taking our power back, right? Not expending so much fucking energy to these systems that are built to not only keep the black man down and the brown man down, but to keep lower class down. If you know what I'm saying? The systems that are built are not built for us to succeed. They're built for us to stay stagnant or, decrease, decline, descend, whatever word you want to use. Ding. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, police brutality is out there. You know what I'm saying? My advice, you know what I'm saying? Stay as fucking clean cut as you can be. You know what I mean? Because, like that's what I'm saying. Because, like, the odds are against you. Like, if you're out there doing something you shouldn't be doing.
But do you think that's living, like, for... Like, how do you create change with that?
You create change because once the systems they have in place are not receiving the energy or the dollars or whatever the case may be, well, then they have to change. Because right now they have the control. Mm-hmm. Every system, whether it's education, whether it's police, law and order, justice, whatever the fuck, right? If we have... how many people we have in America? What, 500-600 million, right? Mm-hmm. If 80% of us are still putting our energy in politics and all these things and keeping these things alive, then they're going to stay the way they are. They're never going to change. There'll be incremental changes here and there, but it'll still be the same. Once we detach ourselves from that shit and, realize that we can have our own lives without that, that's when change can happen. Because now they're on our terms. Remember, democracy is supposed to be about the people. Like, that's what the word means. Mm-hmm. Demokratos, for the people. You know what I'm saying? And, like, our democracy is not about the people. Mm-mm. It's about the people in place to make everything, and we just have to take it. We're just in such a submissive state as a people that shit like this continues to happen, because it's 2022. Like, fucking slavery a long fucking time ago. Civil rights movement a long time ago. Like, we should be way beyond that, and we're not.
But was it a long time ago? If my great grandpa was in the KKK, that's living. That was my lifetime,
right? So,
but things take, when it's that deep, it takes decades to change.
100%.
And so I feel like it's important not to necessarily not give up, or we can pivot. I feel like for people to learn more, but I just don't want no one to ever give up on that, because it does take all of us. I'm gonna cry because
I think what it's really gonna take, the good old American way, revolution and a lot of bloodshed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until that happens, ain't nothing gonna change, because that's what America was founded on: violence, bloodshed, and the taking of people's property and the taking of people.
And on the government level or on the civilization level.
Period. Because once they slaughtered and move everything out, they set up their government. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So until we have extreme bloodshed, nothing's gonna change.
That's interesting. I mean, whew.
Well,
That's-
I hope God has a different plan.
Right. That's because
And I hope this generation that's born next will be that change.
Hopefully, but I mean, if you just look back on history,
History
and-
repeats itself, that's for sure.
America,
well, why does it repeat itself?
because of
look,
the people that are in place.
well, think about
don't
that. But remember, we create our own reality, right? So if we create our own reality, and we're just regurgitating the same shit, right? We're just continuously thinking with the same mindset, following the same systems, then the same shit's gonna happen. It'll look a little different. It'll be a little, slighted a little bit, but it'll still be the same
So
results.
put a Band-Aid on it.
Right.
And they'll think it's
Right.
okay.
And that's why the machine is constantly keeping up with the indoctrination. Constantly.
Right.
Constantly.
But here, you made a good point about the youth, right? Because the youth don't give a fuck today.
No,
they
they
don't give
don't.
a fuck.
That's good.
And religion, like for instance, religion, the smallest percentage of people in America are actually following a religion right now compared to any time in our history, which is big. So you're seeing a different mindset being birthed, and it's like these youngsters, they're ahead of us consciously.
Oh, 120%.
So there's spiritual warfare going on right now, because at the end of the day, it's all energetic. That's why I keep saying about giving these systems energy, like even banking, right? Financial system, right? Like we feel like we're handcuffed. We have to have a bank account. We have to get an auto loan. We have to get a mortgage loan. We have to do all these things. We can't even work at this job because they only do direct deposit. So I have to get a bank account. You know what I'm saying? Like they put things in place to basically anyone who's born thinks, okay, well, putting my money in the bank, that's just some normal shit.
Nah, mattress money all the way.
Right? Go to the
complete
bank.
complete indoctrination.
I will.
Complete.
I'd like to highlight that we thought we weren't gonna get serious in this episode.
Oh, look at us go.
Look at where where we are now.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm not letting her leave without. I want to learn more about the medium and Jazmine before she leaves. I don't know how much time we have.
No,
I'm
let's
not about
go.
to sit here
Let's go.
and
Right.
talk all this political shit before
Well,
I
she
find
been-
out the shit
She
I
been
want
talking
to
to
know.
Malcolm X in here.
Right.
She been talking to motherfucking.
Well, hey,
You know what I'm saying?
And we had
So
a
we
bet.
could-
Who's gonna start crying first? We had a bet. Who's gonna start crying
True
first?
that.
Right.
Tell me about you. Tell me about what you do.
So I am a professional psychic medium, and
The best.
I connect and
best,
read
yeah.
energy all day, every day, and I'm pretty much just in my own little world. And that's literally it. I'm trying to find some hobbies. So drop some down. What are your favorite hobbies? Let me know, because it can get a little bit boring. But yeah, so I read energy, past, present, future, and talk to some spirits.
Are you so what energy are you reading like right now? Like we've never met, right? Did you
Yeah.
read my energy when we first met?
No, so I don't work. That's work. So now it's work for me. So I really try to be
work now.
off as much as possible. Yeah, it takes a lot of energy. And so I try to be off and normal outside of getting paid.
What does that look like? So when you say you try to turn it off, are you consciously telling yourself, okay, like is it
Yeah, so like sometimes I can be just nonchalant, or if I'm in my own world, then it's not fine. It's more like when I start getting anxious, because it's like a trauma response. You want to feel the energy of everyone, and you want to make sure you're in a safe place, and that's when I'll start reading more, but then I'm conscious of it and I'll protect myself, and then I'll turn it off, because some of y'all's business is not my business unless I have permission to. So I don't need to know y'all's dirty secrets, because I've
Like A-cups
foot
and
fetishes are a thing. It's crazy around here.
It's just nice.
Foot fetishes.
Foot fetishes.
I get surprised how much that comes up.
Foot fetishes.
Real quick little
Interesting.
tidbit here. Did you know that in the Chinese culture, they look at the foot as more of a sexual object than the boob?
I knew something like that, and they also break the women's feet
Might be
Yeah.
Japanese.
and they wrap them up
To
real
make 'em
tight.
Chinese
small.
or Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
So that they had that appearance of being real petite, and
Yep.
tiny.
And speaking of that, this generation does not wear open-toed shoes because they believe that you should get paid for anyone seeing your feet.
Oh shit!
now that I believe. Like I didn't know any of this until I have some friends that are caking up on OnlyFans. Just with the
Like,
with the little toesies.
Yes,
it's a
a
thing.
huge
Really?
thing. Very
It's a thing.
lucrative.
I
I
don't see
don't
the
know
appeal of
that,
the toe.
obviously, but very lucrative.
Is it the same thing for men? Because I have nice.
I honestly think so. I really do think so. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm not above selling pictures of my feet. Are you?
That's right.
Shit, yeah.
Huh?
I mean,
You're above it.
I got
above
nice
it?
feet. I know I got.
I
I,
mean,
get, I
like-
get pedicures.
if I took
Grown
my
man
shoes off and the motherfucker wanted a picture of these feet, I'd be like, say,
You're sick.
yo, we need to check your ass the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because
Why don't you go get a pedicure, bro?
I haven't even worked up to that point yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I scrubbed them shits down.
Okay, so them some dogs is what they are. Like, you refer to them as the
But
dogs.
see, like these motherfuckers,
they been through some shit.
they paid for your freedoms. So that's why they look like they look. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, I haven't. I'm working up to that pedicure shit, but I ain't there yet. I clip my toenails and shit.
I'm proud of you.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, I ain't. Nah, I just can't see it. Not yet. I ain't there.
So, have y'all ever had a reading before?
I've been thinking about getting a reading from you for years. Honestly, it's been on. I've been thinking about it. Just never got there.
I feel you. It's timing. Divine timing is a thing.
Yeah, it's been on my mind.
You've read me.
A couple times, yeah. Online.
Yeah.
And same for you.
Few
All right,
times.
so I'm the only one in it. Let's set it up.
And
Yeah,
did you know? Let's
set
do
up.
it. Fun fact: I had one reading, and it changed the rest of my entire life.
Wow.
My very first
Speak
reading
on it.
changed my whole entire life. So
Absolutely.
So my best friend died when I was 18, and I changed as a person and started doing a lot of extracurricular activities. And those extracurricular activities were gonna put me in the grave. And so my mom had actually went to England because there's a school in England for mediums and stuff, and she was developing. And the teacher there was like, "Hey, you need to check on your daughter, or it's not gonna end up okay." And so she took me to go see a medium for the first time to connect to my friend. And she was more of like a psychic, so it wasn't necessarily what we wanted, but it was again divine timing. And this psychic told me that I could be a psychic medium if I wanted to, or like just I could be professional. And I was like, okay, let me see. Of course, I want to talk to my friend all day, every day. So I was like, okay, let me try it. And then I was so natural at it. I was like, oh, this was what I was supposed to do my whole entire life.
Wow.
So you have people that come to you that want to connect with people that have passed
Their
away.
loved ones,
Their loved
yes.
ones. And is that something you're always like? Does it always work? Are there times to where they come like?
Yeah, so there's like only one reading where it worked, like it was fine, but I have really high expectations of myself. Like I've lost people. I know like what people need. And so there was one where I felt like I was probably just low vibrational. What I eat matters, how much I sleep matters, what I do before a reading matters. So probably low vibrational, but other than that, not really. I've had every single person I've been fine with it.
Told you she's the best, Joe.
It's good. It's a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fun time. And I try to make it as fun as possible because it can be heavy.
You said your mother is your mother a medium?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is she a medium locally?
Yes, you probably know her.
I
She's
think I
blonde.
do. Yes, the queen. Shout out to the queen. She was on something, I don't know what it was, and she was asking if that was your mother, and I was like, I have no idea. We never
really?
talked about it before.
Oh,
But
wow,
okay.
that's cool. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Wow.
That's some pretty dope shit.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
Does it run in the family?
Yeah, but we're the first two to do it professionally.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So she started before me, got me that reading, and we've been doing it pretty much ever since.
That's heavy.
No, I mean,
Yeah, it's good bonding.
Yeah.
Me and her struggle. So it was a good bonding time for a little bit.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
You definitely couldn't like bullshit each other though in the bonding sessions. Maybe. A little bit. I think it's some bullshit. thrown out
I'm
there.
trying very hard to try to stay respectful as possible.
Indeed. In fucking deed.
Okay.
All right. Next topic, mother wounds. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I got all day. Trauma. You want to talk about trauma? We can talk about trauma if you want. This is part of the process. I think, honestly, my mommy issues have been the hardest thing to move through since losing my friend. That was intense.
I can.
Is there
so
a
feel you on
competitive
that.
thing with your mother?
Not at all, honestly, especially like not with mediumship. It's just her life experiences led her to be one way where mine led me to be in the opposite direction. And so it's very much, she needs to be very much nurtured.
Okay.
And so I was the nurturer, one of those kinds of things. But boundaries, I've learned what boundaries are. Haven't talked to her in like a year, so we're good.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's funny you brought her up because I'm going to be local again and it's going to happen a lot.
Yeah.
You coming here?
Yeah, so we just found out we're moving back here in September-ish, July-ish. So we'll be getting some things done for sure.
That's what's up.
That's awesome as fuck.
Yeah, it's good. I'm excited to move down here for sure.
Hell yeah.
Be different.
So in setting your boundaries, is that something that in the back of your mind, is that a situation with your mom that you ultimately have thoughts and ideas on kind of healing that situation? Like, do you have any, or do you just have no expectations on your relationship
Like
with your mom moving forward?
like as a whole relationship? That's a really good question. I would say at this time, the door is not open.
On both sides, or your side or her side?
Well, she said the ball's in my court, and she gave me the childhood trauma, so that's where that's
That's a
at.
good fucking question, man.
So,
Good fucking question.
so
Generally speaking, like if there was a say you had a friend and them and their mother, they had like a very, very contentious relationship. In your opinion, is it on the parent to mend that? Is it on the parent? Do you think parents should apologize for some of the past trauma? Because
yes, they should apologize. It's not hard. We all make mistakes. I mean, no one's holding like you like, oh my God, I hate you because you didn't know what you didn't know. I think it's just the accountability part. And it's like an 80-20 situation. It's like the kid needs to take responsibility as well when it comes to the healing process part, and we can't necessarily always be on the attack, right? But I think majority of it does land like you're a parent and you didn't do certain parts of your job, and that child deserves an apology for that.
or at least some dialogue and
Just
conversation
something.
about it, and not to be, because it's easy to be defensive as a parent.
100%.
It's super easy.
It's hard to hear.
But it's one of the greatest things ever, though. Once you get to that point, as a parent, to once you kind of accept, all right, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of the shit that's going on, I fucked you up. Like it's just what happens. I don't know. There's no parent that hasn't fucked up their kid.
No, 120%.
And I do think and that's why I asked, because I do think it's important that the parents. It means a lot when they can say, look. All right, acknowledge a couple things, and then that puts you in a place to where you can say, all right, I know you just did the best that you could.
Well, because what it comes down to is like if someone's not seen or heard their entire childhood, and then they finally grow the balls to like talk to you about that,
Right.
you get an opportunity to show them that they're seen and heard, or you're gonna break that and it's gonna get worse. It's
Right.
really what it comes down to is just listening and hearing and creating space for someone else, whether child or not. They're still a person and they still have their own reality.
I don't want to make any excuses for anyone, but something I've noticed is like the generation before us, like it was so much that they
Yes.
didn't know. Like it's
Yes.
so I see people that struggle to make connections because they don't have the tools.
Yes,
And
they
then-
never healed.
How do you mend? So how does that?
So I think it depends on the layers. It depends on the situation. I would say like for my situation, I did my job in the first, like what me and my sister call the first half of life. And I rebelled, I stood up, I showed people the patterns in the family. And then I got in a position where I was getting hurt so much, I had to take a step back. And so like now my sister's job is to open the conversation to guiding our parents into getting help. And so she did that, and my mom is in therapy for the first time this past week, for the first time in her life.
that's
and
beautiful.
her trauma is traumatic. But it came to the point where your trauma is not my trauma, and that's not my problem.
Yeah.
It's been my problem my whole life. It's no longer my problem, and you can fix that.
Boundaries.
And so boundaries changes your life, man.
I think we need a whole episode on just talking about the importance of boundaries.
Oh my God.
Because I can honestly I can attest to that as well. My life started really, really changing once I started setting boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
But the boundaries, and I mean like I'm kind of estranged from my mom for various reasons. But once I started setting boundaries and shit, I became a little bit more okay with it, because it helped me further in my healing process. Now I still have triggers that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the boundaries changed everything.
It did, in a positive way, and it's very, very uncomfortable as well. So boundaries are still a new thing for me. And not only do I have mommy issues, but my whole family is going through a lot of deconstruction phases. And so the Eagles football game, or Eagles and Cowboys game, was last night. My whole family's Eagles fans. My best friend is an Eagles fan. I was with my fiance. They're all Cowboys fans, but we decided to invite everyone to the bar and have a good time. And then all of a sudden, like, only my half have an excuse. So this person's not going to be there. Okay, I don't feel comfortable. I'm not going to show up. Or this that happens. Okay, I'm not going to show up. And the old me would have been such a people pleaser. I would have changed my whole plans for them. Right. And then it gets really uncomfortable when you have to stand firm and you don't want to. Right. I think that's the hardest part of setting boundaries is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable for a while until you get used to it again. Right. Because the change too, like if that's gonna happen, then it looks like I'm hanging out with my man's friends a lot more, right? That's my whole life is changing in that aspect, but it's always to protect self.
Right. Yes. Right. And it's like once you sort of realize, well, I have to protect my peace. It kind of rubs people the wrong way.
It does.
Oh yeah, people call you selfish.
Yeah,
self-centered.
All that. You know what I'm saying?
Which is,
that's when you find your day
manipulation.
Yeah, that's when you find your people.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm so cool. I'm so cool with that. I've gotten so cool with being called selfish. You know, I mean,
I am now. But you know what? Growing up, it bothered the fuck out of me
because people made you feel a certain way.
Yeah, like to be called selfish
negative connotation
or self-centered. It really, really bothered me.
Same. I'm planning a wedding, and you know how many times I've heard, "Oh, you're being selfish. Oh, you need to do this," and I'm like, at this point, fuck you. This is no.
Right. Get comfortable with saying no.
Yeah, I've had to do that with my mother-in-law. I'm so sorry if you're watching this.
Right.
No doubt. I mean, that's always been tough for me because I'm a natural people pleaser.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like. Setting those boundaries. And for me, you know, with my family, like I'm just so against the grain of everybody else. Like there's really nobody that's even close to my lane as far as the way I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's always a little bit of uncomfortableness anytime we all get together. You know, even the conversations, it's like I can't really have those dumbed down conversations anymore. You know what I mean? That just aren't going anywhere. They're just talk for talk.
Yep.
Like
it seems like it's small talk.
Yep.
It's all it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's small talk, but it's
little
you know,
gibberish.
or drama.
Yes, and it's like I'm trying to build connection with you and build memories with you, and you're just in a whole completely different mind space.
Drama is the new entertainment. Drama is the new source of entertainment.
Man, I love to watch drama, but to live my life in it, goddamn.
I don't even like to watch that shit no more.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Real Housewives, all about it. Love me some Real Housewives. Beverly Hills crazy right now.
Man.
Salt Lake City is 2's coming up. That's getting good too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I can't.
What's your favorite show, Jazmine, that you watch on TV? But I guess Housewives probably, but
yeah. I would say right now, The Patient, I think is what it's called on Hulu.
Oh, that's new, isn't it?
It's new. This first season. I'm a I wanted to be a therapist, and I wanted to work with like murderers and psyche people. Yeah. And so this is a show about a therapist and his client or whatever, and this client kidnaps the therapist, puts him in his house, and still continues to want to have therapy about him wanting to kill people. Oh, wow. It's really cool. Psychological thrillers, my shit.
Who's the main character? It's a
40-year-old version.
Steve Carell.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That's right.
So Steve Carell,
I'm sorry, that scared me so bad. Yeah.
Oh shit! It kicked my PTSD too. Shit. Like we can't be desensitized from loud ass noises.
Was that a real person?
No, that was a little sketch.
Just saying.
I saw the wall come in.
The place next door is closed. So
stop.
All right.
Is it really?
No. It's
not. Oh God.
It's not closed?
No. It's
not. Right.
It's a little ice cream shop, I think.
Right. Somebody had some really good ass Rocky Road just then. Whoa, this shit good. Hit the wall.
Right. The Patient. Okay.
Yeah, Patient.
Have you ever watched Friends before?
No. You're a Friends fanatic?
It's like a running joke on there.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Worst fucking show ever.
Friends not even funny.
I never got into it.
I know. I
was a One Tree Hill girl.
I loved One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill.
Peyton.
Yep, Peyton's a good one.
Peyton, man, she had all the records.
She did.
Man.
She was a
That was a dope
vibe.
character.
That's
That
another
was a dope
show I've
character.
never seen before.
You never seen One Tree Hill?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
Not
That
even
shit
one
was
episode.
good, man.
That shit was good. I'm like some Beverly Hills 90210 type shit.
Yes.
This is 3 fucking shows I've never watched before.
Wow.
What did you watch, bro?
Dawson's Creek is. You look like a
That's-
Dawson's
that's
Creek
4.
guy. Yeah.
4.
Melrose Place?
5.
That was a good
Damn.
What? You don't watch classics?
I got it. Homeboys in Outer Space.
6.
Good times.
I watched that every
it.
episode.
Sanford and Son.
Every episode.
All right.
Yeah.
And Live in Color.
Every episode.
All right. Yeah, he good.
Okay, yeah. Right. So about 91.
Certified.
Yeah.
After that, he just turned off the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, all those shows they have a specific theme. Like, I mean, that's on brand.
What's
Yeah.
the thing?
Like the family, like you don't like all that cute shit. You don't like all that cute suburban shit.
That's right. He did you were a big Cosby Show guy.
Big time Cosby.
But that's
and
different.
I like the other show with Michael J. Fox.
Family Ties.
Yeah, I like that show.
That was a good ass show.
That was a good show.
Good, man.
Family Ties was a good show.
It was.
That was a good show.
Man.
It was pretty well written.
Damn, I haven't watched those in a long time.
It was very safe.
Yeah.
Extremely safe. They had it was
I was like
very
5 when those were out.
stereotypical, but it's very safe.
Do you like stand up comedy?
I don't watch a lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a basic. Probably Kevin Hart. I know, annoying. I'll call myself out. The beginning, okay, I know.
Hey,
The beginning.
he's coming out with like a new movie every 15 minutes.
He
I
is.
noticed
He
that.
is.
He
With the
is.
same character.
You're
Same
not wrong.
character.
It's like, hey,
Or in the buddy flicks.
Yeah.
He's coming out with them motherfuckers.
Him and The Rock are gold though. They're kind
They
of
are.
they're kind of
They are.
gold.
Yeah, they're
Him and-
pretty
that is
they're pretty good.
fun
Kind
fact.
of like that Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker shit.
Yeah, Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Or Wesley Simpson,
Woody.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, that was classic. Money Train, White Man Can't Jump. That's good shit. Well, damn. I think that might be it, y'all.
Yeah, I feel like
You feel good?
I learned what I came to learn.
Yeah, that's
learned a lot.
good. That's good.
It's like one of those things, though. I know you're coming back,
Right.
but it's like I don't want the episode to end because it might not be another year.
I know.
Till we
Maybe a
have
minute.
Jazzy on the show. But do appreciate you.
High five.
Air five. Let's do some last words, man. Mateo, I want you. Oh, my bad. A-cups.
Ooh.
Last
Yeah,
word.
we in.
Damn.
I think last words is just I'm again excited that we finally got the chance to meet.
Yes.
I want to set. I want to work with you. I want to set something
Let's
up. You know,
do
and
it.
I'm excited to do it now. Now's the time. I think.
Let's do
You
it.
know, so,
Divine timing. I totally believe in
Yeah,
that.
welcome. This was cool.
Thank you. I had fun. This was a good time.
Absolutely.
I didn't expect to laugh this much. That was way
Me
better than
neither.
crying.
We didn't either.
Right.
We'll have to do the overcoming trauma and grief another time.
Another time.
Another time.
But hey, you heal with laughter, so there's a plus.
There you
Laughter
go.
is some healing shit.
Subliminal shit right
Some
there.
healing shit. It's good for the soul.
It so is.
That's good.
What
shit.
you got, Chef Def? Any last words?
Yeah, I'm glad to finally meet you face to
I
face.
know.
We talked and had several readings. To meet you face to face, it's like really nice and not be crying and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like my life isn't all sad, I promise.
Right. So then so it's such a joyful and festive motherfucking mood right now.
I like it.
And that's some beautiful shit.
It is. It's good memories. I'll remember this
fucking right.
forever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
definitely got to take
shit.
some pictures afterwards.
Yes.
Right.
Straight up.
As
Any
long
last
as my
words?
mascara is not falling. How's it going over
Oh, it
there?
looks good.
Okay.
Right.
Heard.
Any last words, Jazzy?
No, I just really appreciate coming here and y'all creating a safe space. It's fun and y'all got me out of my comfort zones.
Right on.
So I appreciate that. It was
For
a good
sure.
time.
Right on.
Thank you.
what's
You're
up.
amongst family and friends.
I appreciate it. I told my man that too. I was like, I feel really comfortable with them. I'm going to wear what I want.
Oh,
Right.
Well, you're sporting your own gear?
Yeah, for sure. But I'm going to do a rebrand, I think, and level some shit up. So don't worry about it yet.
What's up?
Okay.
Always got to level up. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you so much
Yeah, of course.
for everything, not just coming on the show, but I know you guys out there, you've seen all of her stuff on Akasha Flicks. She's got more videos on there than anybody. So
Right.
she's putting in work. Like she the hardest working psychic
Yeah, you
medium
like
in the business.
James Brown of Akasha
Hey,
Flicks,
knock
right?
it down.
Or Tupac.
Yeah, Tupac.
Or
I
this-
like the Tupac of
This
Akasha.
generation, you like the Lil Wayne of Akasha Flicks.
Ooh, don't boost my head like that.
Oh, it's there. It's,
Shit.
It's
Don't-
on the truth.
when I was young, I used to listen to them so much. That's how I got my confidence, honestly. Drake and
shows.
Lil Wayne.
It shows.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Young money, right?
Young
The motherfuckers.
YOLO, bro.
YOLO.
I got a YMCMB sweatshirt and everything.
Oh,
I had a
damn.
YMCA.
I thought that's what she was going.
You know what I'm saying? And a boys club T-shirt from about 78.
Okay, yep, we're
You know
done.
what I'm saying? And a hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
We love y'all. Peace.
Peace.